The takeover is coming, folks. And for Rangers fans, it can't come soon enough. After what's easily been one of the most maddening, underwhelming, and downright infuriating seasons in recent memory, change is not only wanted, it's needed urgently. And the good news? That change might be just around the corner. Reports over the last 24 hours have confirmed that the American consortium, led by Parag Marathe and Andrew Cavanaugh, the very same group behind the San Francisco 49ers Enterprises, is now firmly in position to take a majority share of the Rangers Football Club. They've got boots on the ground in the UK, they're visible, and their ambitions are clear. They want to turn this club around. For many fans, the sight of Marath at Ellen Road during Leeds United's 4-0 win over Bristol City wasn't just about business with the championship leaders, it was a statement. These aren't just investors hiding behind spreadsheets. They're active, engaged, and planning big. And if that takeover does go through, which is looking likelier by the day, it could mark a massive turning point for Rangers. A club starved of domestic dominance in recent years, falling behind Celtic again and again while struggling with inconsistency on and off the park. For a support as passionate and demanding as the Bears, it's no longer just about short-term results. It's about identity. It's about ambition. It's about seeing a Rangers team that fights, that plays with purpose, and that restores pride. To Ibrox. There, now, while the takeover talk grabs headlines, there was a rare moment of personal celebration for one player who has absolutely earned it, Nicolas Raskin. The Belgian midfielder, despite everything else going on, has been a standout across the season. And he's now been officially recognized by both the fans and his teammates, scooping not one but 2 major club honors, Player of the Year and Players' Player of the Year. It means the world to him, as he said himself on social media. And honestly, it's no surprise. Throughout a campaign filled with letdowns and dropped points, Raskin has been one of the few figures you could consistently rely on. Composed, combative, and clever with the ball, he's shown leadership far beyond his years. He's stepped in when Tav's been unavailable. He's rallied the squad on the pitch when things were going south. And crucially, he's produced goals, assists, intensity, grit, you name it, even in matches like the 2-2 draw with St. Mirren. A fixture that again exposed Rangers' chronic inability to hold on to a lead. Raskin was front and center, scored one, set up another, and left everything on the pitch. He's been a shining light in an otherwise murky season, and the fact he's earned respect both from inside the dressing room and from the stands says everything you need to know about the level he's been performing at. But not everyone was chuffed about the club holding a ceremony the night after Celtic sealed yet another Premiership title. The timing felt off to many, understandably so. With 4 league games still to go, Rangers were already mathematically out of the title race. Celtic had just celebrated at Parkhead, and there we were handing out trophies. For some, it felt like we were patting ourselves on the back after a campaign that's been frankly well below expectations. But you know what? If there's one player who deserved that bit of praise and spotlight, it was Raskin. No questions asked. Now back to the takeover, because this is where things get very interesting. Parag Marathe, who was seen at Leeds' final home match of the season, isn't just the president of 49ers Enterprises. He's a man with serious sporting pedigree. The NFL's 49ers have been one of the better run franchises in American football over the past decade. Smart spending, modern infrastructure, data-driven planning. If even half of that comes to Rangers, we could be looking at a genuine culture shift. Let's be honest, this club has been crying out for a proper long-term strategy. The kind of plan that looks beyond a single season, that looks at player development, recruitment, commercial growth, and on-pitch standards as one unified vision. And if this American investment group does get full control, they might just be the ones to deliver that. They're said to be targeting a 51% share, giving them the power to reshape the club at all levels. Some fans are cautious, and that's fair. We've been burned before, but others are hopeful. And that hope, for once, feels grounded in something real. Now the timing of Maratha's visit to the UK has sparked some additional intrigue, especially given speculation about the future of Leeds boss Daniel Farke. Some reports suggest Maratha might be lining up post-promotion changes at Elland Road. which only adds to the idea that this group means business. But as Fark said in his own words, he's happy and focused on the job for now. Back in Glasgow, the feeling is different. There's unrest, frustration, and a growing consensus that the squad as it stands simply isn't good enough to challenge for major honors. Alan Hutton, speaking on Premier Sports, didn't hold back when asked which current players should stay for next season. His list? Surprisingly short. One name that did come up was Czech winger Václav Černý, currently on loan from Wolfsburg. A rare bright spark in an otherwise dull season. Quick, direct, and fearless on the ball, Černy's performances have earned him a strong following among the Ibrox faithful. Hutton joked that his mic had been muted when trying to name players worth keeping, but once the laughter faded, the point remained. The squad needs major work. Hutton also highlighted a few others. Raskin, of course, Mohamed Diomande, maybe. John Sautar if he stays fit, and Jack Butland assuming he regains his best form. Beyond that, even a striker like Cyril Desires, who's managed to score 24 goals across all competitions, wasn't safe from criticism. As Hutton put it, the numbers are good, don't get me wrong, but everything else that comes with it, not good enough. And he's right. The goals haven't come in games that mattered. The movement, the link-up, the decision-making, all too inconsistent. And let's not ignore the potential outgoings. Names like Nedyalkov, Oscar Cortez, and Tom Lawrence have been mentioned as players who might not be part of the picture next season, which is maybe for the best because if this new ownership group wants to rebuild, they'll need space, both in the squad and on the wage bill. Now one player who sparked debate lately is young Hamza Igamani. The Moroccan strikers had a decent debut season, netting 15 goals and providing 3 assists, including that sensational hat-trick against Hibs in January. He's also up for the PFA Young Player of the Year award, and he picked up both Rangers in-house Young Player of the Year and Goal of the Season accolades. But with the summer transfer window looming, questions are now being asked. Should Rangers cash in? Alan Hutton thinks they probably should. Speaking again on Premier Sports, he said the club has a history of failing to sell players at the right time. And when you consider Igamane was brought in for just $2.5 million, a $10 million offer, if one came in, would be tough to turn down. For a club trying to rebuild from the ground up, those kinds of profits matter. And in Hutton's view, this might be the perfect moment to act. Of course, there's also the question of where Igamane's best position actually is. Hutton doesn't see him as a pure number 9. More of a second striker, someone who likes to drift wide, link play, create space. He scores goals, but not in the same way a traditional target man would. That's part of why Barry Ferguson preferred Dessers for the focal point. But if Rangers are going to sell, it's all about timing. Wait too long and the value might drop. Act too soon and you risk losing a gem. This summer, then, is shaping up to be one of the most critical in recent memory for Rangers. A new boardroom, possibly new owners, a squad overhaul, tough calls on young talents, and a fan base that's desperate, absolutely desperate, for a team they can believe in again. So buckle up, Bears. The next few months are going to be wild. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. In the world of football, few statements can stir as much controversy as a claim that a team's success was intentionally hindered. Derek Rae, a respected commentator, recently dropped a bombshell that has echoed through Scottish football circles. The order was for Rangers not to win. This statement has sparked widespread debate, leaving fans, pundits, and analysts alike grappling with its implications on the integrity of the game. Rae, known for his candid commentary and deep understanding of football, did not mince words. His remark came during a broader discussion about the challenges faced by Rangers, particularly in their pursuit of titles and European success. The suggestion that external forces were involved in attempting to prevent Rangers from winning has not only ignited fierce reactions, but has also cast a shadow over the competitive nature of the Scottish Premiership. The context surrounding Rae's statement is crucial. Rangers, having been at the heart of Scottish football's power struggle, have faced various challenges over the years. Their financial troubles, coupled with the infamous 2012 liquidation, saw the club relegated to the 3rd division. Despite these setbacks, Rangers have clawed their way back to the Premiership and in recent years have regained their status as one of the most formidable teams in Scotland. However, their rise has not been without opposition. Both on and off the field, Rae's comments suggest that there may have been an agenda at play to ensure Rangers' downfall, whether through institutional bias, refereeing decisions, or media narratives. If true, this would be a concerning revelation, as it implies that the integrity of the league was compromised by those who sought to shape the outcome of matches and seasons. The accusation raises questions about the role of power dynamics in football and whether the governing bodies have done enough to ensure fair play. For Rangers supporters, Rae's words are both validating and frustrating. For years, they have felt that their club has been subject to a double standard, with decisions that appear to go against them more often than not. While some may see Rae's comments as a vindication of their long-standing grievances, others might view it as a distraction from the club's own performance on the field. After all, football is still about what happens during the 90 minutes of play, and no external factor can ultimately dictate the outcome if the team performs at its best. The claim also raises questions about the broader state of Scottish football. If there was indeed an effort to prevent Rangers from succeeding, what does this say about the competitiveness of the league? The idea that certain clubs are being held back by external forces undermines the credibility of the league as a whole, as it implies that success is not determined solely by talent, hard work, and strategy. In the end, Derek Rae's explosive statement has added fuel to an already fiery debate about the fairness of competition in Scottish football. Whether or not there is any truth to his claim, it has opened a wider conversation about the forces at play behind the scenes in the sport. As Rangers continue their journey, both in Scotland and Europe, one thing is certain: the shadows of the near past still loom large, and the road to redemption is never as straightforward as it seems. Greetings, fans! Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.